It is coagulating beautifully. Homemade tofu, honey garlic tofu. So delicious. What's up guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna be making some homemade tofu. Need is 3 ingredients. So you're gonna need 3 cups of soybeans, 3 tablespoons of rice vinegar or lemon juice. This is for the coagulation process. And you're gonna need water. Also, a tofu mold or tofu press. I have that in my cupboard. You're gonna need your soybeans to soak for about 8 hours. Soaked my soybeans overnight already. Beans, they've been soaking overnight, so they're nice and plumped up already. Go through the beans really quick. Throw this one away. So any bad soybeans or any soybean skins that are floating to the surface, we're just gonna discard those. And then we're going to blend the soybeans with water. I'm just gonna quickly search through the soybeans to take out any of the skins or any bad soybeans. And I'll just do this with you guys for a little bit, going through the soybeans. So cool, right? So yeah, I see some skin here. I'm gonna take that out. See one bad, I guess I consider this a bad soybean. It's like super green. So yeah, but mostly I see just some skin, not many bad soybeans yet. But yeah, I've made tofu twice before. Last year in 2023, and it was really fun. I loved making tofu, but of course it does takes longer to make tofu than it is to just go buy some tofu. So far I don't see any bad beans yet. A lot of skin. A lot of shedded skin. So I'm just gonna take a few more out. And my favorite part is when it coagulates, because you get to see the liquid separate from the solid, and it's super cool. So I went through the soybeans and so drained them as well. Lots of soybeans. I just keep hearing in my head Lord of the Beans from VeggieTales. Blend these in batches. Split this up into 3s. We're gonna do 3 batches. In each batch, we're gonna blend with 1 liter of water. We're just going to blend it, and then you're also gonna need a cheesecloth, tofu cloth here, and then also a tofu press for later. We're gonna squeeze the pulp once we blend, create the soy milk, and we're going to also run, I think it was 500 milliliters of water just to get all of the milk out. And also save the pulp and make soybean cakes, I believe, as well, so you don't have to throw it away if you don't want to. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and separate this into 3rds and then start blending with you guys. Now I have the soybeans separated in 3rds. I'm gonna go ahead and blend 1/3 of the soybeans and then 1 liter of water. Beans in the water. Okay guys, so our first batch is nice and blended up, as you can see. And I'm just going to put it in the cheesecloth over this big huge pot. I'm gonna finish the remaining batches here for this in this pot. But just make sure that you don't get the pulp in the pot, and just get everything in your cheesecloth. Here, really quick, what I'm going to do, we'll get our cheesecloth open. So we can get this mixture here. The milk in the pot, not the pulp. Put the remaining pulp in our cheesecloth here. Milk this. We're gonna squeeze all of the soy milk out of the pulp into our pot. I'm gonna keep squeezing. There's a little bit more in here. The pulp here is pretty dry. So now I'm gonna wash it, 500 milliliters of water. So just gonna wash it. And then squeeze the rest. Just like that. So yeah, here's our first batch of soy milk, which is pretty cool, right? Homemade soy milk. Okay, and then also this is where I put my pulp. So I added 1 liter of water, and then I'm just gonna add the remaining a batch of soybeans. guys, just like last time. Just like last time. I'm gonna pour 500 milliliters of water to wash our pulp, the remaining milk. Just like that. I'm gonna finish with this last batch of soybeans, and then we will go ahead and cook our soy milk. I'm gonna go ahead and prep 3 tablespoons of rice vinegar. So I just have a cup of water here, and I'm just gonna add the vinegar to the water. We will use this once we are finished boiling our soy milk. Just gonna put that to the side. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring our soy milk to a boil. Be very careful because this overflows so easily. So just keep an eye on it, and we're gonna let that simmer for about 15 minutes. Then we're gonna take it off of the heat. We're gonna need it to drop to around 175 degrees Fahrenheit. So use your heat thermometer. So once it gets to 175 degrees Fahrenheit, then we're gonna add vinegar mixture, and we're just gonna slowly add it, stirring the milk. And then once it starts coagulating, we'll stop using this mixture here. I'm just gonna go ahead and bring the soy milk to a boil, and then we're going to keep an eye on it and stir it up. The bottom of the soy milk will burn if you're not stirring consistently, so it's really important to just like continue stirring the soy milk, and as well as it will overflow really easily. Also, you're gonna see me skim the top off into a bowl, the foam surface. I'm gonna like scrape that off, put it into a bowl because we don't want that. So we're gonna remove the top layer. Stir it up. Move this foam here. Put it in a bowl. Just like that. Again, we are gonna let this simmer / boil for 15 minutes. So our soy milk is coming to a boil. Keep an eye on it because it's gonna overflow. I'm gonna keep stirring it up, and then we're going to allow that to simmer for about 15 minutes. We're gonna take it off the heat, and then once it lowers to 175 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 80 to 90 degrees Celsius, we will go ahead and add our vinegar mixture just until it coagulates. It is starting to overflow a little bit. So as you guys can see here, it really overflows easily. So I turned down the heat to like a medium heat. And now that it's at a boil, I'm gonna let this simmer for about 15 minutes. This foam top here. Put it in the sink. Just make sure to continue to stir it because it will burn on the bottom if you don't. Alright guys, so it's been boiling for about 15 minutes now. Now what I'm gonna do is turn off the heat, then allow that to cool down for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then once it gets to 175 degrees Fahrenheit, I will slowly add a tiny bit of vinegar mixture with this spoon. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the heat, and I'm gonna test the temperature right now, see where it's at. Okay, yeah, it's at 200. So we're gonna let that cool down. All right guys, so now we're at 177 degrees Fahrenheit. So that is perfect. So now what we're gonna do is add a scoop of this vinegar and water mixture. And we're just gonna slowly circulate it into our soy milk. And we are not gonna use all of the vinegar. Once we see the liquid turn clear, transparent, that's how we know when to stop. I'm gonna do one more scoop here. And just slowly let it coagulate. We still have a lot of vinegar, so I feel like this will be the last portion. Yeah, because look at that. Fascinating, right? It is separating beautifully from liquid to solid. I am not going to add any more at this point. I used about half a cup. So, as you can see, it is coagulating beautifully. Liquid is clear. I wanted to show you guys up close because it's so cool. This is the tofu that has separated. So now I'm just going to pour the solid to the cheesecloth and then press the tofu. Alright guys, so I just have a dish underneath my tofu press here because obviously liquid is going to get in the pan here. A clean cheesecloth tofu. Okay, so I added all of the tofu inside of the cheesecloth here, down just a tad, and then at the top, I'm heavy on top, so I have my Merlot. All right, I'm gonna press it for about 30 minutes. Okay guys, so here's the homemade tofu. I pressed it for about 20 minutes, I would say. So I'm just gonna cook this up really quick and then eat it with some rice. Okay guys, so I just made a super easy and delicious honey garlic tofu with my homemade tofu and then just some basmati rice on the bottom. Honey, garlic, cornstarch, soy sauce, and then I just garnished it with, oops, some green onions and sesame seeds. Delicious. So delicious. Wow. The tofu is nice and firm. And with that honey garlic sauce, so good. Delicious and so fun to make. Blue Powerade. Cheers. Now this is really hitting the spot. I was super hungry. So delicious. Oops. Sorry I'm so quiet, it's just so good. I'm hungry. Camera cut out. 2 pieces left. 2 pieces left. All done. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. I'll go ahead and put the garlic tofu recipe in the description box just in case you guys want that. But yeah, this was so much fun. I hope you liked this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. This really happened, I can't believe it's true.